welcome back to another episode of Creative Writing Advice with me, JJ Barnes. If you don't know me and you are new to this channel, I'm JJ. I am the author of How to Write Your Story, which is out now. I take you from the beginning of your story all the way through to the end. My goal here and with this book is to help bring more stories out into the world. I want to make you feel confident and able to finally tell your story. So today's video, I am going to be talking about how to transition your protagonist from passive to active and why it matters, basically. So a passive character is one who is bumped along through their story without really making any decisions. They're not motivated, they go along for the ride, things happen to them. They might not like what is happening to them, but it's happening to them. They aren't causing any of it. And a passive character is kind of a boring character. You want to watch a character going through a story that's driven, that's motivated, that wants something. If your character wants nothing, your audience won't want anything. And if your audience don't want anything, why are they going to bother reading your story? Hooking your audience and getting them to stick around and read it or watch it till the end is key to being a successful writer. If nobody bothers to read your story, like, you can write it for fun, but you're not going to sell it because nobody will care. So making your character want something gives your audience something to root for, something to hope for, something to be invested in. So let them follow that journey. So make sure your character is not passive, they're active. Now, an active character has motivation. They want a story goal. It could be to save the world, it could be to fall in love, it could be to get a date to prom, it could be to steal a gem from a museum, it could be anything, solve a murder. But they want something, so they are motivated to go get it, and they are taking steps to change their lives to get what they want. And through the story, you are following them, taking steps, pushing and trying to get what they want. And your antagonist character is the one trying to stop them. So your character being active is what your story is about. You are following them from the start, motivated to get what they want. Their story goal is the climax. And you follow that journey. But you can start with your character in passive mode because, and I'll explain, you don't want to leave them too long in passive mode. As I say, if they're in passive mode, not much is going on, then you're just living. But when you introduce them in passive mode, you start to figure out who they are as people. So if they're unsatisfied with their lives, when they become active, you understand why. They're making a step to change their lives. If they want a date for prom, you show them lonely, you show them prom coming up and they don't have it. So when they start moving towards getting what they want, it makes sense. It gives your audience a hook, who they are, what their lives are like, and why they are motivated to change it. Now that change occurs at the inciting incident. The inciting incident is when your character transitions from passive and just living their lives to active and motivated to get what they want. And you put that in relatively early. Spend some time getting to know them, show them in their lives, and then when they go and want to get what they want, that is the active moment, that is the inciting incident. Now this can be something, the transition from passive to active can be something external that bumps them into that mode. So for instance, in Independence Day, the inciting incident is the aliens. Before that, they weren't driven to save the world from aliens because there was no aliens to save the world from. That is an outside force shunting them, which is passive, but the shunt happening pushes them into active. If you're shunting characters around and they're just getting shunted and not really making any decisions, just kind of reacting to what other people are doing, then you haven't got much of a story. The choice to become active and then to pursue stopping the aliens, the characters around them who are just trying to sort of get away from the aliens aren't very active. They're reacting to an outside force. The ones you're following, though, are the ones who are on a journey to try and stop them. You're not following the people who are just trying to hide because they are just passively reacting. You're following the journey of the people who are taking the steps to stop the aliens. Does that make sense? I think it does. The reacting characters are passive. The ones who are shunted externally but become active, to pursue a goal, to do something, they're the story, they're the ones you're following. You write about them, you read about them because they are making a choice and you are following that decision. So, I hope this explains why changing your characters from passive to active matters, why spending some time with them in passive makes sense. You see them, you see what's missing from their lives, you see why they're unhappy, you see what they want. So when they become active, you get it, you care about it. You can shunt them into active immediately, like just have them, just join them at the inciting incident, and it's fine because you can get to know them later and you can get to figure out why it matters later. Personally, I tend to prefer to have a little time in passive mode because I like to get to know the person. I like to get to know my protagonist. I feel spending a bit of time with them, showing them in their regular lives, builds the world a little bit so that when they become motivated and active, you already care. You already are invested in who they are because you've got to know them. You get to see what matters to them. And it just helps bring the audience into who these people are. But spending too long, boring. So I hope this all makes sense to you, and I hope it's something that you can use in your story. Because it does genuinely, it makes your story better if your character is motivated and in pursuit of a goal and trying to overcome the obstacles that get in the way of them getting it. So thank you very much for watching another one of my videos. I do hope you have enjoyed it. Comment below with any ideas and thoughts you have, or any topics that you want me to cover, writers you love that you could learn from, films you love that you want to learn from, books you love, anything at all. I will do my best to try and cover what it is that you want. I want to, inspire you and help you in the best way I can. So thank you very much for watching and letting me do that. That's my motivation. I am active in pursuit of that goal. You can go to my website, which is jjbarnes.co.uk, and over there you'll find links to all of my work, my books, my film, my TV, my art, my photography, all my social media, so you can come and chat to me. And if you subscribe to this channel, I'm putting out a video every Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 9:30 in the morning. Hopefully, I am being helpful to you. So thank you very much for watching, and I will be back again soon. Bye.